I studied computer science over America. From the UC Santa Cruz, I studied machine learning, which is now we call the AI. So once I graduated, I didn't do machine learning. I found the blockchain things. So from the 2013, I jumped into this industry. In 2016, I was thinking to make a great public chain after we see the successful story of Ethereum. We want to make a better public chain. So that's why we come up with this idea to make the Cortex project. We want to make a great public chain can utilize artificial intelligence features on the blockchain. That's going to be a very fantastic technology improvements on the current blockchain industry. I think that's a new computing environment. It opened the doors for a lot of possibilities for future dApps. So the developers and the whole business ecosystem could be changed a lot when we bring in the AI. Now it's the new generation of the AI computing days. It is different from the last decades. You know, we focus on the internet, we focus on the mobile phones. Now each mobile phone comes with AI things. So we are contributing ourselves a lot, 100% dedicated to develop this public chain to enable, to turn on the AI features on blockchain. So let's have some historical views regarding the blockchain technologies. So from the beginning, the Bitcoin is trying to make a distributed ledger book. You know, it's doing the bookkeeping for all the transactions. It's written onto each block, then forms a chain later that nobody could change all the transactions once it's stored in each 4 nodes. Then Vitalik found the new idea to bring in the smart contract. The smart contract idea is to, make a lot of business logic. We turn this business logic into an electronic version, into a programs. So we run this program at the same security level as the ledger book. We write this program into each 4 nodes. So each 4 node will verify your smart contract. So this program cannot be changed anymore. It's the same security level as a ledger book. So that's the innovation for Ethereum. So for our project, combining the AI and the blockchain, in Cortex project, we follow this philosophy. Within the smart contract, we just turn on the AI feature. So within the smart contract, you have maybe the old traditional, business logic in the programs, but now you are able to use AI features. There are more, chemistry, interesting stuff could happen within the program. So that's the way we do this. I know there are a lot of other ways talking about AI and the blockchain. They're probably talking about training the data on the blockchain or call the third-party API, but we are pretty much different. So training the data on the blockchain is not that technically feasible because the training process is pretty much symmetrical. So we don't do the training. We only focus on the inference. And the inference actually have a better and a larger business environment usage. On this platform, you can actually do a lot of applications. So I will just give some example. For example, the decentralized finance. So in this ecosystem, we could run an automated banking. There's borrowers, there are some lenders. So in a traditional way, the financial world, you have to evaluate the credit rating or credit score for the borrower to decide if I can lend money to him. So on the blockchain world, in the blockchain world, we could have an evaluation, an AI model on different cryptocurrencies addresses, because different crypto addresses have historical transactions. All these transactions are, is tamper-proofed on the blockchain with the timestamp. That's the true transaction, true data over there. So the AI model sees the transaction, can evaluate the results. If it's safe for you to give money to him. So that's a very, different from the traditional banking. So in this scenario, we do need a module which we call AI model to evaluate the credit score for the borrowers. Within smart contract, like this smart contract, it could be only done within our project, the Cortex environment. So that's one possible usage for the decentralized finance. There's another possible way is for the self-driving cars, because now the self-driving cars, each car manufacturer have their own AI, have their own inference. So the camera see the objects on the roads, it detects all the different kind of things. This is a human being, this is a car, then do some actions. But all this AI inference to direct all these behaviors are hidden by the centralized car manufacturer. The model is actually in the car. The car has a GPU to do the real-time inference. But what if we want to enable the vehicle-to-vehicle communication? There's some smart contract on the road. If two vehicles come together, maybe one vehicle give a higher priority for the pass through on the road. There could be some interesting things happening. Maybe pay some small tokens to different vehicle. So this process could be written down in smart contract. And in this smart contract, it will use different AI inference between different cars. So that's why it could be only happening in the Cortex ecosystem, because it allows smart contract, it allows AI inference, it allows different programs to talk in a new way using computer vision. That's AI things, specialties. For short-term goal, we will do the mainnet launch by the end of actually this month, 2019 June, by this month. So we will release our mainnet. All the developers and the community and the investors, they can look at the code, what it's gonna be look like, what can we do. For a long-term roadmap in future, we will be focusing on the brain science, because the brain science is using AI a lot. Now people try to understand human brain and make some brain-computer interface to record all these activities happening in your brain. So all this data has to be trained and has to be understood well to store it somewhere. So now we think, what if we store that on the blockchain? That's gonna be fancy. That's for our final goal, the ultimate goal for this project. Okay, because Korea is very enthusiasm for cryptocurrencies. There are a lot of crypto players, traders, investors. Is pretty well understood in this market because I think a game industry in Korea has been a long time. A lot of people playing computer games. So when people come to the crypto world, people are more educated, are more familiar with those coins. It's really like something traded in the game. that's why I understand the penetration for the crypto things in the Korean market is high. It's much higher than any other country in the world. So we have to be here. That's very important from the business point of view, and from the technology point of view. They're also great company. They're Samsung, they're LG. That's a great company. And I personally, when I work in United States, I work with a lot of great Korean engineers. They are very dedicated, work very hard. I like them a lot. We are listed on Bithumb and Arbit, that's a Korean exchange. So we have to, show up in the Korean market, and we have to pay more attention to the Korean investor. So definitely, we should be take on our top priority. So for our whole team, we are very positive about these technologies. So you are encouraged to take a look. So I hope you guys have a great future, because this is really a new, it's a transition time for the whole technology world. And I hope the whole cryptocurrency world could get more like a prosperity in the future. And thanks for your attention.